Hey everybody, it's Abe Shreve here. All decked out in Edge gear. Edge van. Edge rods. And I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the Vansion. I'm not supposed to, because I'm supposed to be getting ready, but it looks really good, so I wanna share this. A lot of people have asked about this. So I'm gonna show you all the features. So, right up on top right here, I installed two 90-watt solar panels, and those solar panels go to a power station here in the back, and I'll show you that in a second. We got a large Toolbox right there. We fill that up with climbing gear and just kind of the fun stuff. You know, when you're living in one of these things, like we were 6 weeks last year just about on the West Coast. We're going to the East Coast this year for a month. You know, we've got to travel 6 of us in this thing and sleep 6. So it takes a lot. Now, these little LED lights that you see right there, there's 2 of those. There's one just behind that door. I got a light bar in the front, and then there's one of those on the very back. So we can really light up the area around the van. So let me take you inside. Teresa and I sleep up here. I designed this bed from scratch, and I'm actually going to take it down right now and show you how it works. And because this is really an important part of our sleeping arrangement, so I'll show that to you right now. One of the nice things about this is that we put all the bedding up here, so we've got to have enough room for actual seating, you know, for the kids. I want rated seats and seat belts, and so I designed this drop-down bed. It's got 4 20-pound hydraulic lifts on each of the corners, and allows, you know, it makes it a little easier to take up and down. I'm gonna go to the other side and drop it down. I'll be right back. It's a decent size up there, and you know, like I said, we just store all the bedding up here, which makes this really nice. I'll give you a view from the front side. All right, now you can see the bed down, and you know, there's plenty of room. Now people say things like, oh, I get claustrophobic. No, you don't. It's fine. It's no big deal. Quit being so dramatic. All right, so Teresa and I end up sleeping up there. We're just a little concerned about Aaliyah rolling off. But you can see that it still leaves us clearance here under the seats, and so for that I made these cots right here. So I'm gonna put one of those up, and then I'll show you. This is where the boys sleep. Okay, you can see now I took these Coleman Cots like this, and I cut them up and resized them, removed the legs. I did this on the road with hand tools. I just used these camming straps to keep it level, and you can see that the boys, they each get this big section in here. This is just where they sleep. And we just barely last night made this modification where we took that particular row of seats, and it was just like this. It was a 3-section. We cut it up, you know, re-welded it, and made it so that we had this nice pathway back into the back of the van, which is so nice. This is where the girls sleep. So this obviously is a really nice couch. You know, I mean, we use this a lot. It's got storage underneath it, so you can lift this up, and there's a ton there. I ended up cutting the front, so if you build one of these, make sure you leave an opening right there. I've just got tons of climbing gear in there now, but I want to show you how this one actually works. So this pulls out like this. See that? And just like that, you've got the equivalent of a full-size bed. Let me show you this way. Not bad, huh? Goes up about just as quick. Like that, it's up, and we're back to couch mode.
Hi, my name's Aaliyah.
All right, I got Aaliyah here. Say hi.
Hi. Welcome to the Shreves.
Say welcome to the Vansion, y'all.
Welcome to the Vansion, and we're going on a trip.
We are. Now I want to show them how we cook. Can we show them? You want to help me out? So my buddy Keith turned us onto this. This is called the Cam's Kitchen.
Ooh.
Here, don't go up there. Come around here. So what's really cool about this is we wanted the option to cook in the van or out of the van. So it's a unit that's all completely self-contained. Everything we need is in there.
This is what we scrub with.
That's what we scrub with. Now, this thing again, it's completely removable, which is really cool because sometimes we want to cook outside if there's a picnic table. Now, if there's not, this is a fold-out table that we bought at the mart.
This is the one where we eat on. When we don't have one, we eat it.
That's where we eat it. You tell them, Aaliyah.
And we always have that.
Yep. Now our fridge.
I cannot get up.
Nope, not yet. Come here with me.
And this is where my dad sleeps, and this is where me and my sister sleeps, and the boys sleep on the seats.
Yep. Now right here, Leah, let's tell them about our fridge. This is made by an Australian company called National Luna, and it's exceptionally efficient. I'm not going to tell you a lot about this. I will tell you, this is not the cheap version.
And this is...
Just a second. It's very, very efficient. Barely pulls any amperage off our solar generator. And then little things like a little paper towel holder, and this is where we just keep a little kitchen towel. We're going to add a little spot for like toothbrushes and stuff like that on this trip.
And
So we're running out of time, like most of this van build. And I didn't get the doors built, but I did build these big 2-inch face frames, which just turned out awesome because we just use these little cloth cargo boxes you can get like at IKEA. And it's perfect. It's perfect. Everything's quiet. Yes, you can talk for a minute.
And so that's where we cook, and that's the fridge, and that's where we watch dishes with, and that's where the mountains are outside.
That's where the mountains are. Now hold on just a minute. We installed these little this LED strip, and this is actually 110 because LED is so efficient. We a friend of mine, Troy Luke, stud, installed. I have 2 dimmer switches. Like we can actually dim these lights, which is just awesome. You know, so if we're somewhere and we want to like turn the lights down or turn them up, and then we just use here, stand up, honey, stand up, for like window coverings. This was my sweet wife's idea. We just have these little blackout curtains like this, and this is how fast we're able to get ourselves ready for bed. So from the outside, you can't see through that.
And there's one over there.
Yeah, there's one over there, one over here. Now let me show you the water system. Now, don't poke too much fun because this is a mess. I did this when we were visiting Teresa's sister in Grass Valley, California. Most of this was done with hand tools. I'm gonna redo it. But anyway, this is just a stainless steel mixing bowl I got at Target, and I plumbed it so that this is a little pump faucet, and it pulls the clean water out of here and drains it into here. Yeah, bud?
We're doing a video.
So I'll show you how this works. What?
Can I see what the climbing stuff is?
Yeah.
We're not going climbing.
It's cool, huh?
We're not going climbing.
Just drains right in there, and then we just fill that one with water and we check that one. Here's how we power the van. So we use the Yeti Goal Zero 1250, and it's pretty good. I mean, if you don't know anything about solar, I'd go this way. I'm not going to do this on the next one, but for reasons that have nothing to do with Goal Zero. I mean, if this is a great thing, and actually I really like their mission, so I always consider that too. They got a really cool mission. You can see what you can plug in there. Not too bad. There's a second deep cell battery in here. We've also installed a battery isolator that runs right off the coach battery, which is the battery that runs the whole rig. And so when we're driving, we get a direct charge off the alternator here. So I'm looking forward to that. We just barely installed that. Thank you, Jake Nelson. And then I have this extension cord that we run through this hole in the door. I did this at Cody Gibson's house in his driveway. Anyways, comes out here, and what we'll do is I've got this little projector, and we'll project movies onto the van, or if we need to plug in the generator, or, you know, we need to do something like that. I'll tell you a funny story about this ladder. So ladders for van projects are just ridiculously expensive. And so me and my buddy Troy, who was just hugely instrumental on this van build, we discovered that you can spend $800 for a ladder for a van, or if you go to the State Trailer Supply, you can find for $60 you can get a ladder for an RV, and you just turn it upside down, and you chop a few things, and you modify it, and you adjust it, and you change it, and you get some little brackets, and now you've got a $60 ladder that takes you up on top. Roof racks. Hey buddy, look at this guy. All right, roof racks are ridiculously expensive, so I made my own. It's just inch steel, just tubular steel. And then I got the cargo basket are you ready? Walmart. And there's a waterproof bag that comes with it. The whole thing was like $120. And we were 6 weeks on the West Coast where it rained a ton, and we kept like all of our chairs and our tables and everything up there, kept the kids' scooters. So up that ladder, it was really fast for us to be able to pull out their scooters because we learned that everywhere they go, there's a skate park. You know, and our mission here is that when somebody says, "What's that?" we stop. So Teresa put up this awesome sign. In this van, we laugh a lot, we try our best, we tell the truth, we hug often, we make mistakes, we never give up, we always forgive, we always have fun, but above all, we love. The whole van thing for us is about enabling family experiences. So, with that sexy intro, let me tell you about this. This is the Max fan. Most people use a brand called Fantastic Fan, and we did not use them because this one you can have open in the rain, which is fine. And then also, it has a sensor on it, so it'll, if it gets 78 degrees, it'll automatically turn on and start blowing out hot air, which is awesome. I want to show you one of my very, very favorite features of the van. It's right here underneath this seat. Right there. It's called an S-bar diesel heater. Actually taps into the diesel tank for this van. And in about running for 24 hours, it'll pull just over a gallon of diesel out. What's really nice is it's vented outside, cold air intakes outside. It's got a thermostat right there. So we actually just set the temperature and we're good. Now the boys on the road, you learn what works on the road. On the road, the boys were cold because this is designed to blow to the back. So I stopped by a hardware store. This is a little remedial, but stay with me. And I just got this tubing right here. And I made it so that it blows. See that little hole back there? It blows in there and there are holes along the way and it just distributes the air. I'm gonna redo all this someday when I have all the time in the world. And when I do, I'll just plumb that into the wall. But for us, for now, this works. Just one shot I wanted to show you. Teresa's now got, this is what we have no luggage. No luggage. You get a box. You can fit a ton in here. Like this one is Teresa's. We're set for 9 days. You know, it's all in there. So it's really cool. And those just stay. They stay right there, just underneath the seats. Now, one last thing, and then I think I'm gonna be probably done here. People ask us all the time, what if you have to go to the bathroom? What do you do? Right here. And before you just go apeshit crazy on me and say, oh, I could never do that. I would never be able to do that. Just hang for a second, all right? Before the vomit-induced pitch fit happens, I just want to show you something. So, most of the time when we're traveling in this, we're somewhere near bathrooms. I mean, we're traveling in cities and things, but there are those times, like we spent 5 nights in San Francisco. Not the whole time in downtown. Sometimes we elect to stay somewhere really nice. So one night we drove up to a really nice neighborhood and stayed there. But you know, if you're somewhere and all of a sudden your 4-year-old's like, I gotta go to the bathroom, REI has a great option for you. Here it is.
Daddy.
Hey, hold on just one sec. The star is back. It's just this. We just use these little blackout bags. You just do your thing in here and then you bag it up and out it goes. We always have it ready. Wet wipes will be your best friend on a trip like this. Just a second, love. Wet wipes will be your best friend on a trip like this. Have a ton of those.
Now.
Nope, just 1 second, just a second. And this we use as our potty.
And
Not bad.
Now you know everything. Hi.
That is the Vansion. Aaliyah, do we have fun in the Vansion?
Yes, but we sleep.
We have a great time. A friend told me before we built this, he said, it'll just enable your family adventure, and that's what's happened. And we built this thing together, and we continue to kind of add things, but it's a ball. Boys, what do you think of the Vansion?
I think it's a Vansion.
We're having a ball, huh? So if you want to follow our family and see the cool things we do in this beast, hashtag Family Vansion. That's us. Any parting words, fellers?
So, hashtag Vansion.
There's Teresa.